Hello, this is a video about multidimensional travel and my thoughts about this thing. So, traveling is clear. Traveling is relocating from A to B or wherever, and multidimensional, well, that means changing and switching dimensions. So when we have the definition of dimension, for example, this dimension is, I guess, three-dimensional place, quote, place. Then the next dimension would be having other properties than this. So here we have, or it seems that we have time, space, and something else. I don't know what it is. So you have certain properties at different dimensions. And okay, so multidimensional travel is when you go from this dimension to another dimension. So what I think is, and there are different physical laws, why you call it that way. Okay, so I think multidimensional travel happens any time that you fantasize, that you use your imagination, okay? And it happens anytime you dream also. Because anytime you use your fantasy, your imagination, and that is during a period when you do not sleep, but you fantasize, you enter with your mind and your consciousness somehow a different dimension, because when you fantasize, then it's in a realm that where everything is possible in a different way than here. So you know what I mean? So it is a different dimension you enter. You do not enter it with your body, because your body stays here, but I don't think that the body is so important, like, in the end, you know. And then when you dream at night, you also enter other dimensions with different physical laws and another settings than here. You know, you don't have gravity in those places. I don't know. It could be parallel realities. Yeah, you enter parallel realities also in your dream. And these parallel realities can be either different dimensions, or it can be parallel realities with the dimension which is the same like this here, but mostly it's different, you know. So for me, it's like mind travel. Yeah, multidimensional travel happens all the time when you use your imagination, when you dream, no matter if you're awake or asleep. That's what I wanted to say. And you might ask, yeah, but what about my body? I do not travel somewhere really when I do not relocate my body also. And yeah, there I think it's about, because yeah, someone might like me also, someone might say, I want to travel to a different dimension, but take my body with me and just like maybe not ever come back to here, you know, in this dimension. Yeah, for some reason, I don't really know why, the body doesn't go to these other dimensions unless you're maybe on hallucinogens. But technically, if someone would be watching you here while you take your shrooms or your DMT or I don't know what, you wouldn't disappear either. So your body, well, just is something that only at this time, particular period, exists in this dimension. So you can travel anywhere, but yeah, you cannot take this baggage with you. So I would say the body is some sort of baggage that you cannot take with you, you know, but you take with you what is most important, and that is your consciousness, your mind. So, okay. And yeah, I don't have to mention that you can experience anything in these other dimensions you travel to when you dream or fantasize. You can experience anything because there are, yeah, infinite possibilities. Okay, so enjoy these journeys. Maybe I would add that you are a multidimensional being, you know, per se. So if you would think that you already exist in those many dimensions, you exist there simultaneously to your existence in this life, in this body, in this dimension. We could say that when you dream about those dimensions, or when you relocate your consciousness, that it's just about you entering your other self, or coping with your other self in those dimensions. So you can visit those dimensions just like you would visit a foreign country, and say, oh wow, this is a nice mountain. But you could also enter these different dimensions in the way that you enter yourself, who is being there, and you just enter your own mind there, and from this point you experience those other dimensions. Okay, I hope that was interesting. And if not, then not. This was made for especially one person's request. Bye.